Welcome back, students. In this class, I'm going to be teaching you how to obtain the minors and cofactors of a given matrix. Well, just for formula's sake, you can remember this formula given for obtaining the cofactor, because in objective type examination, they may ask you this question and you may have to pick out this as a choice when it comes to the formula related with cofactors and minors. The question can be obtain or find the formula that connects minors and cofactors. So in that case, you should be able to pick this formula. But as far as the problem or obtaining the solution for questions like this, I wouldn't be applying this formula in hard and fast manner. So in other ways, I would practically show you how to obtain the cofactors and minors of a given 3x3 matrix. So let us first find out all the minors of the matrix A. So the representation for the minor of A11 is going to be M11. What you need to do is you need to find out all elements that doesn't fall along the row of A11 and along the column of A11. So that excludes all these elements, leaving us with A22 and A23, A32 and A33. Obtain the determinant, so that's going to be A22 multiplied with A33, following it up with the minus sign and multiplying A23 with A32. So this is the minor of M11. Now there is something called as the cofactor. Now if someone were to ask you the cofactor of A11, then the representation is capital A with the suffix 11. The simple way to remember the cofactors of all the elements is to use this following technique. Write down all the elements that you see here in the matrix given. That's going to be A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, and A33. Then start off by placing a positive sign on the head of the first element. Follow it up with a negative sign, and then a positive sign, a negative sign, a positive sign, a negative sign, a positive sign, a negative sign, a positive sign. This sign which you have placed will indicate the cofactor for that particular element. So in this case, the cofactor would be starting with a positive sign and then the minor, which we have obtained here. So it's going to be A22, A33, negative A23 times A32. So this is the best way to obtain or distinguish the difference between minor of an element and the cofactor of an element in a matrix. So moving on, this technique will work for all the elements. So let us go on to find out the minor of the second element, A12. So what you got to do is you have to take away all the elements that are following in line with the column of A12 and with the row of A12. So that would leave you with A21, A23, A31, and A33. So obtain the determinant. So that's going to be A21 multiplied with A33, following it up with a negative sign. And then you can either write started with A31 or A23. It doesn't matter. So this is going to be the output for the minor of A12. Now, if you want to write the cofactor of A12, then it would be, go back to the elements which I've displayed, find out the sign which is on the head of A12. So in this case, it is going to be a negative sign, open the parenthesis, and place all the elements that you obtained for the minor of A12. So that's going to be A21 times A33, following it up with a negative sign, and A31 times A23. So this is how you obtain the minors and cofactors. Of course, the representation for minor is M. In this case, is going to be M12. For cofactor, it's going to be capital A12. So these are some of the things that you need to understand and watch out. So the next class we would be doing some related questions with regard to minors and cofactors.